So I recently got my hands on this really popular book, Atomic Habits by James Clear. It was really fun, and here are my key takeaways from this book. Number one is the perfectionism myth. So a bunch of students were divided into two groups. Group one was named the quantity group, and they were told that they would be graded solely on the basis of the number of photos they take. And the second group was named the quality group, and they were told that they only have to work on a single picture for the whole semester. And at the end of the semester, it was found that the quantity group did much better than the quality group. Hence the conclusion, the best is the enemy of the good, i.e., the more you do, the better you get, and the more you just think about being perfect, the more stagnant your improvement gets. Number two is that efforts compound over time. You must have heard of the fact that if you save $1 and double it every day, after a month you'll have over $1 billion. That's compounding. The initial results might not seem very appealing, but in the long run, the results are substantial. Another thing that James mentioned here is that if you get just 1% better each day, you'll end up being approximately 38% better after a year, which is huge.
That's what she said.
Michael, please.
Conversely, if you get just 1% worse each day, you'll decline nearly down to zero. 1% isn't even noticeable, but with time, it can be far more meaningful. Number three is that both winners and losers have the same goals. Everyone says that they have this goal, that goal, but they tend to forget that both winners and losers have the same goals. Like, no one chooses to be a loser. It's their habits and measures towards the goal which makes them a loser. So it must be noted that it's not the overambitious goal, but the actions and systems towards the achievement of the goal. Number four is the behavior equation. So Kurt Lewin, a prominent psychologist, framed a simple equation that behavior is the function of a person in their environment. Sometimes, when we're in a phase of unproductivity and laziness and we blame ourselves for it, it might be that it's our environment, and making just small changes in the environment can potentially help us out. Like, if you're not willing to study, you might want to go to the near cafe or library and try to work there. Number five is make it visible. I've also talked about this before. Like, if you want to make something your habit, try keeping it near you most of the times. Like, if you want to learn playing guitar, instead of keeping it packed in the bag inside the closet, try keeping it in your view range so that when you take a break from work, you might pick it up and play some stuff instead of just going on social media. In contrary, if you want to get rid of some habit, make it invisible to you. For example, if you want to stop playing video games, the next time you use your console, unplug it and keep it inside the closet. If you'll do this every time after playing, after a while, you won't feel like even taking it out of the closet and replugging it because of the friction, and it works. Number six is the plateau of latent potential. Everyone thinks that if we're putting efforts, we should get equal results, but this is not actually how things work. Take a look at this graph. Initially, there's this phase called the valley of disappointment where we put in loads of efforts, but the results are minimal. But as time passes by, the results start to rise in a steep manner, but only if you're persistent and patient. And finally, number seven is to just read this book. Unlike many other self-help books, this book isn't boring at all. I finished it in like 2 days. So either purchase it or get some free online PDF or whatever, but just read it. You won't regret. And if you're still watching and you got anything from this video, do hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.